and then open it up for what ahas did you see as we went through this. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
How many people are excited to learn from this? Okay. So like 60% of you. The other 40% like, I'm still alone. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk off the stage. They're going to sit down, and I'm going to just come up and knock on the door. Sound good? Awesome. All right. So as I'm walking up to the door, what I'm repeating to myself is I'm saying, they're home, they're happy, and they're going to list with me. They're home, they're happy, and they're going to list with me. And then I knock on the door.
Hey, are you Michael?
I am. Stephen?
Hey, how are you?
Awesome. Thank you, Stephen, for allowing me to come out. We had an appointment at 3 o'clock, and it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
May I come in?
Sure. Yeah,
Awesome.
why not?
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad you made the decision to list your house with me tonight.
Well, I guess you talked to my wife. We have 2 other agents. We're actually going to interview after you.
Fantastic. I was just checking. I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't.
Okay. All right.
And my goal is to make sure that you feel comfortable enough today with my skills and everything that I am able to get your house sold. Sound good?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Awesome. Can we go to the kitchen table?
Sure. Yeah, right this way.
Oh, hi, you must be Michael.
I am.
Nice
Anna?
to meet you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We spoke on the phone.
We
Thank
did,
you.
yes.
Well, is it okay if I set my stuff down?
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you. So what I'd like to do is, as we're going through this, I'd like to, just say thank you so much. You've got a lovely house here.
Oh, thanks.
And so I'm excited to be out here with you today. So I've got a seller survey for you. And what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to take some time and fill out that seller survey. And while you're filling out that seller survey, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to walk through your house so I can actually see your house through the eyes of a buyer. Right? Does that sound okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So if I can go ahead and get you to fill that out right there, and then I'll be right back. And again, I'm just going to be real quick, and I'll just take some notes and I'll come right back.
Do you want to fill this out and I'll take him around the house?
Yeah, I was going to say, she can walk you around. I'll fill it out.
No, and I understand that. And I think you're in pharmaceutical sales, is that
I am,
correct?
yes.
Awesome. Let me ask you a question. Are you quicker today at pharmaceutical sales than when you first started?
Absolutely.
Awesome, right? And so I'm actually faster at it today, and so this way I can see it through the eyes of the buyer. And I promise when we get back, I'll ask you all the details about your house so that way I can make sure that I put that in the marketing materials. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
Just
fine.
please ignore the mess. Sorry, we just got home. It's messy up there. So.
I completely
We don't
understand.
have to impress him. He's just...
I know. We'll clean up, I promise.
Thank you so much. So go and take all the notes throughout the house. When I come back and I sit down. They filled out the form. So when I come out and I sit back, I say, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to fill that out. I appreciate that. So let me just go through it real quick. So you heard about us because one of my inside sales agents called you, right?
Correct.
Yeah, awesome. And you've seen some of our ads on Facebook?
We have. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, thank you so much for that. Well, what I'd like to say is that I have 3 goals for tonight. 3 goals and 3 goals only. One, we're going to review your motivation to sell this house tonight and agree on a price that we know is going to help it sell. Okay? Next goal is that we're going to take a moment and we're going to answer any questions that you guys may have about the process and those kind of things. Sound good?
Okay.
Awesome. And then we're also going to decide tonight whether you choose me to sell your house, and also choose tonight if I decide to take your listing as well.
Sorry, you said not take our listing?
Well, see, here's the thing. Sometimes it doesn't happen very often. Yet you may choose for me to pay for marketing that I know is not going to help that home sell.
Okay.
Or you may even choose a price that I know is not going to help your home sell.
Okay,
Fair enough.
I guess I
Awesome. So I've got 3 questions for you. Do you really want to get your home sold?
Yes, we have to get it sold. It's not an option.
don't know if she told you, I've got to go to Charleston. I work for GE,
She did.
so I got a raise over there. Got to be there as soon as possible.
Awesome. So are you willing to price your house where it will sell, or would you rather just sit on the market month after month?
It's got to go.
Yeah,
It's got to go.
you're sitting here because you're good, right? So we imagine that you'd make the job pretty quick, right?
Absolutely. And so, what are you hearing about the market right now?
I know that we've had some friends that have sold their house and it sold relatively quickly for what we think, so it seems to be pretty good.
Awesome. Can I give you just a little bit of a reality check of what's actually going on out there right now?
Sure.
Yeah.
So in the Greater Greenville Area Association of Realtors, we have 4,248 homes currently on the market. are you aware that in the last 30 days, that we only had 847 actually sell
Only 800 out of that many.
out of that many?
What's
Why
up
that?
with the rest of them?
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing is that I left with 3,401 that didn't sell. So 3,401 people were not successful in getting their home sold in the last 30 days.
Okay.
In the last 7 days, we've only had 167 that actually sold.
Okay. So you're saying we got to be a little aggressive.
Well, we'll go through the numbers and we'll talk about the numbers. I just really would like to let you know about the market and how it really kind of breaks down into a reality check.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay? Now, the next question is do you desire to allow me to sell your house?
Well, I know you talked to my wife on the phone a couple times. Did you tell him we had other people coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, so what I'd like to do is Stephen, when I was on the phone with Anna, and before we get into that, I was able to ask her some questions so I could get to know a little bit more about why you're selling and where you're going and those kind of things. And so I will confirm all of that with you just to make sure we're all on the same page. Yeah, before we do that, I'd like to go through, South Carolina state law says I must give you an agency disclosure brochure at the first meaningful contact.
Okay.
So I'd like to go through that just so that we know about the different ways that I could represent you. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Awesome. So the first way that I could represent you is a customer. That means that I owe you, just the ability to present all offers in a timely manner, account for any money received on your behalf, and be fair and honest, and disclose any adverse material defects that I may know about your property. Sound good?
Okay.
So is this binding? Like, what is?
So this is not a binding. This is actually just, you will sign it, just letting the state know that I did go through it with you.
Okay.
Okay? Not a listing agreement or anything, just letting you know that I did go through it with you. Now, after tonight, when we decide to sell your house tonight, what's going to happen is you're going to become a client. And as a client, what I'm going to owe you is I'm going to owe you what's called OLDCAR, obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accounting, reasonable care, and skill. I also owe you advice, counsel, and assistance in negotiations. Okay? Now, as a client, there's actually a few different ways that I could represent you. One is single agency. That means that I represent you fully, and an agent from another company, they represent the buyers, and we negotiate against each other fully to get you the highest price. Sound good?
Okay.
Awesome. The other way is dual agency. And now there's two types of dual agency. One type is disclosed dual agency. Now that means that I represent you under contract to get you the highest price for the house, and I also represent the buyers under contract to get them the lowest price for the house. So you can kind of see how that's a little bit of a challenge. Would you agree? Yeah, so I personally don't do that. Yet I would refer to another agent in my office, and at that point it's going to become what we call disclosed dual agency. Designated agency.
Okay.
All right? And so designated agency means that I represent you fully. The agent that's bringing the buyer, they represent the buyers fully. Yet the difference is that my broker in charge, the one that sits in the big corner office there with all the glass windows, she has to remain impartial. She can't give any advice to harm you during negotiations, can't give any advice to harm the buyers during negotiations. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Awesome. All right, so if you can sign there,
Okay.
those spots.
And again, this is just saying whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And you did say that you had actually interviewed other agents, correct?
I was gonna say no. Neither of them showed us this. Why is that? You said this is legal, so why did they not show us?
Yeah, so South Carolina state law says that I must give you this at first meaningful contact.
Okay.
And so I'm the only agent that's shown it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Stephen, as I mentioned on the phone, we've got the pre-qualifying script here, and so this is where I was going through and just kind of talking with Anna, and I just filled out some questions where we were going through. Is it okay if I review these with you?
Yeah, sure. I know. I didn't get a
Perfect.
chance to talk.
Perfect. So, do you plan? You said you did plan on moving and interviewing more agents, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Tell me again, where were you moving to?
Charleston.
Charleston. And I think you needed to be there in 45 days. Is that correct?
Yeah, they want me to get down there pretty quick.
Awesome. And y'all have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Wow, the house looks amazing for 3 kids. I'm
Oh,
gonna tell you.
I try.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
that's
you.
older.
Awesome. Good job giving her credit, right? So, what is it? What do you think? As you were going through and looking for other houses, those other houses that were on the market, why would you think that they didn't sell?
I'm not really sure. I didn't have any idea that many houses were for sale. So.
Yeah, I agree with them. I thought they were flying off the market. So.
Right? Yeah. And so, what would happen if your house didn't sell?
That'd be a problem.
That's not an option.
Not an option. Because if I remember correctly, you're getting a promotion to Mr. Charles. Is that correct?
Right.
Did that promotion come with a raise?
You did.
Yes, it did.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Not surprising.
Right. Yeah, so here's the thing. So when we see, we look through this, I believe that you were saying that you would like to get 310,000 for your house, is that correct?
Yeah, that's what we need to list the house for. So the 310 is where we're at.
Perfect, okay, all right. And so what's a price that you would not go below?
310.
300, okay. Now, I believe Anna said that you owed 250,000 on the property, is that correct?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. And have you ever thought of selling it yourself? Because Anna said you had not because she was going to be here with the 3 kids and that was just not something.
I don't have time to do that. I'm switching roles, so yeah.
We don't have
That's
time for
why-
that, we're
that's
too
why-
busy, yeah.
Awesome. And so the house that you're looking to purchase in I think is Charleston, and you're looking to live in the Mount Pleasant area, is that correct?
Yeah,
Correct.
it's more expensive.
Yeah. So do you have an agent that's going to be helping you there?
I've
It's
talked
kinda
to a couple
looking around.
people, yeah.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, before I leave here today, I've got some great friends there that are in real estate, and they do an amazing job, and so I'll go ahead and get you in contact with them. And what I'll actually do is I'll actually just give them your information and have them reach out
Oh.
so that you can go ahead and start seeing what's on the market down there.
Okay.
Because we're going to sell this house quickly, and you do want to get moved down there and have a place to move into, right?
Yep, yeah, that would
That'd
be
be
really
awesome, thank you
helpful.
very much for that.
Awesome. So the last question, I know this is a challenging question. Are you current on your current house payments?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Good
there's no
work,
reason.
man. Awesome. Great stuff. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to just kind of go through some of the comps. And before I do that, I'd like to tell you, did you get an opportunity to see the pre-listing packet that I sent out to you?
I read over it, I put it on his bedside table, I don't know if you read over it or not, so.
Okay.
No,
So-
I didn't get a
Well,
chance.
here's what I did, Steve. I actually printed you out a hard copy so that I've got that with me today.
Okay.
All right? Awesome. If you have any questions about it, we can go through it as well. So, just so that you know the real estate market in Greenville, just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. The average days on the market right now in Greenville, in the Greater Greenville Association of Realtors, so this is the whole area, is 65 days on the market.
Oh, we don't have time for that.
Yeah, it's not terrible, I guess, but yeah, we need to sell it quicker than that.
Ah.
Well, I've got good news for you. My average days on the market is 25 days.
Okay, yeah, we'll pick that.
Right? Now, here's another thing. Did you know that the average listed sales price in the Greater Greenville Association of Realtors, did you know that the average listed sales price is 97.3%?
That's not bad.
It's not.
I'm sorry, can you explain what that means?
So what that means is that for every $100,000 that a house is on the market, that on average, they're gonna sell for $97,300.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So not too bad.
Yeah.
And I've got you some good news as well. My average listed sales price is 99.8%.
Really?
That means for every $100,000 of house, I'm making my clients about $2,500 more.
Wow.
Okay.
And-
I like that number too.
I do, right? And you do want to make the most money for your house, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
310.
Awesome. So I went ahead and I pulled some comps together, and I'd like to just go through and review these comps with you. And as I lay these out, I'd like to ask, have you seen any of these properties or been in any of these properties?
I think that's the Johnson's house that we went to that birthday party to, do you remember that?
Yeah, that one's in the cul-de-sac. I
Yeah.
don't know. We've been in there a couple times.
Yeah, we've seen that one.
These two, not really.
Awesome. How would you say that this house compares to this one?
Pretty comparable. I feel like we did a lot of upgrades though.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kitchen, bathrooms. We have a better backyard, I think.
I would agree, yeah, they've got a little wallpaper and things like that, it's a little bit outdated.
Okay. Well, let's just kind of go through it real quickly.
Don't tell them we said that.
I know, please.
It's not my house. I'm not telling. All right, so here's the thing. So you can see that this house is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, very similar to yours. You can also see that it's listed at $329,900. Now here's what I'd really like for you to see. The cumulative days on the market, it's been on the market for 255 days.
Really?
It has.
Wow.
And it actually, original list price, it was $349,900. So it's already had a $20,000 price reduction.
Wow.
Okay? Now, it has a little bit more land than you have. It has about a half an acre, and where yours house has a 1/4 acre lot.
Okay.
Okay? Let's just kind of go through it, and I'd like to show you a little bit more about this property. So you can see that, again, it did have wallpaper, as you said. Yeah, you had seen this house, right? Also, no granite, didn't have any granite in the house, and you see wallpaper in the bathrooms and the kitchen. Yet this one did have a screen porch as well, and I know you've got the sunroom, so it gives a little bit of differentiation.
Right.
Okay? Any questions about that house?
Nope.
Nope.
Awesome.
Not at all.
Let's go through the other one. So the next property I've got here is, again, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. You can see that it's currently listed for $285,000. And you can see that it has been on the market cumulative for 224 days.
Why are these houses not selling?
Well, so you can see that here that they've actually done another, they have not done a price reduction, yet this time they've only been listed for 9 days.
What does that mean?
So that means that it was on the market for 6 months, it didn't sell with the other agent, what we call expired. And then it's come back on the market, they put a new price on it, and now it's been on the market for 9 days.
I did see a different sign go up, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
exactly.
wonder what happened there.
Okay, so as we go through, this one's more similar on the land, it's about 0.33 acres of land, so getting really close to yours. Let's just kind of go through. Again, this house does not have granite, and they did put new appliances in, and they have completely repainted the house, so they've taken all the wallpaper out of this one.
Yeah.
Okay?
So even though this one's a little bit bigger than ours over here, we back up to the woods. Is there any value in that?
There's definitely value in privacy, and so I'm going to ask you, we'll ask you when we get finished going through these, we'll ask you kind of which one would you choose
Okay.
based on what your house has compared to these.
Okay.
Sound good? So this is the next house. You can see that it's again a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's listed for $229,900, right? And originally listed for $309,000, and it's been on the market for 38 days.
Okay.
Okay?
That number's a little bit better.
A little bit better, and they've already had a $10,000 price reduction.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Okay? And you can see that this house is very similar to your property. It's at 0.2, where the other house has 0.2. Your house has 0.25,
Right.
so a quarter acre.
Okay.
All right? So let's just kind of flip over. You see it's got fresh paint throughout. This house has more hardwoods as well. So it's got a lot of hardwoods in that house. All through the hallways, the kitchen, the great room, all those areas all had hardwood floors as well. Flip over to the back, you can see
Oh,
they
this
did.
is a cute house.
It is, yeah, very cute. And it also has a new roof. And you can also see no wallpaper. Again, no granite as well, similar to your home. And yet, it does have a deck and no screened-in back porch.
I like the deck though.
Yeah, it's a great deck.
That's a cute house.
So let me ask you, as you were looking at these 3 comps, if you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
That one goes out.
Yeah.
Ugly house for that price. I like the price of this one, and I feel like we could do the upgrades to it, yet I know us, and we're too busy, and we would never do the upgrades to that one.
Yeah, this one looks like you can pretty much move in. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay, and so
It's a good price, too.
yeah, so it's listed at 209.9. And again, very similar features on that. It had fresh paint, no appliances, like you said you did for your property as well.
Right.
And so, you know, this is a very close comp.
So, do you think anything's wrong with these that are sitting on the market for that long? 'Cause, I mean, 224 days, 200 and something days too, like.
Well, you can see that this one has done a price reduction over here. It started out at $349 and it's now at $329.9.
Right, yeah.
And so they've had a $20,000 price reduction. So what's happening is the market is rejecting that price.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
See, the National Association of Realtors tells us that if the house has been on the market for 14 days and it's not had any offers, and it's had 10 showings, it's overpriced,
Okay.
right? Also, if a property's been on the market for 21 days and no showings total, it's overpriced. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Awesome. So if you had to go through each one of these comps and you say, I would like to buy this one, which you said that one, how would you price your house so that your home sold before any of these?
So I take it that these houses are a competition.
These are your competition. All of these homes are currently on the market.
Okay.
So we gotta go. So
Well-
I'm thinking like 295.
So I did my research though, and I had a spreadsheet. I don't know where it is, and 310 seems like a reasonable price because of our condition. We back up to the woods. We've got a fence. We're in the cul-de-sac. We did the upgrade. So you said you're good. How many days on market for you?
25.
Okay. So why couldn't we test it there?
So here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. Why is $310,000 important to you?
Well, just because I did the research, and that's where the market should sell the house, I think.
Right? Okay?
Steven, listen, we gotta go.
I can go back and forth between Charleston and.
And how long are you willing to do that?
A month.
For 4 weeks, you think you're gonna do that?
Every week, yeah, I can go back and forth.
There's a beach there. You really think you're gonna come home?
Look, I realize that you're dealing with the kids a lot. You said you would deal with the kids and while we're working through this process. That's why we're not doing it for sale by owner.
You know, saying I'm gonna deal with the kids and dealing with the kids are two different things.
That's
That's 5
why I'm
days a
coming home.
week.
I'm coming home on the weekends though.
We have got to sell this house. I'm
What
not
do you think
staying
about
there.
310?
You're not enjoying that beach without me.
So here's the thing. Tell me why 310 is important to you.
It's just, I don't want to give the house away. We've done a lot of work to it. I feel like that's what it's worth.
Steve, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to an auction?
Yeah, been to a couple.
So when you got to an auction, was there ever like somebody that was there that was bidding on somebody against, bidding against somebody else for something?
Yeah,
What happened to the price?
it went up.
It went up. And so you can see that some of these properties, the price is actually coming down
Right,
because they've been on the market and they didn't sell.
right.
And so by placing the property on the market at a correct price, what's going to actually do is it could create that auction effect.
I don't want to take that risk though.
So let me ask you a question. Again, why is 310 important to you?
Well, I mean, I looked at a bunch of different sites. A couple of houses sold. You don't have them printed out here, so again, I don't know where my spreadsheet is. And Zillow says that it's worth $325, and I thought I think 310 is a lower price. So, do you
Fantastic.
think you could do that?
And so again, I'm going to ask, what is it about the number 310 that's important to you?
I just want to net the most money.
Right. And I've already told you that my average list to sales price is $2,500 more. At a $300,000, that's $7,500 more.
Okay.
So when you talk about auction, is it possible that we could get more than one offer on our house?
Absolutely. If we price it correctly.
So you're saying this for a reason. So where are you wanting to price the house?
So that's what I asked you. Where would you price the house at? Knowing with the information we just talked about and knowing how buyers look. See, buyers are just like you. They look at 3 houses and you're competing against, buyers are going to look between 8 and 12 properties. And so they're looking at that, they're going back and they're determining which one has the most value for them.
Right.
And so they're just like you, how you chose those properties.
I want to beat this house.
We're going to beat this house. We look better than that.
295.
Okay, so what about 305?
So here's the thing. If you're ready to put the house on the market at $305,000, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Okay? Now here's the thing. If we've been on the market for 21 days and we've not had 10 showings, then we know that the market is rejecting the price.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Well, so if we've been on the market for 21 days and we've not had 10 showings in that 21-day period, then we know that the market is rejecting our price, meaning that the market says that our house is priced too high.
Kind of like these ugly guys over here.
Correct.
Well, yeah, we don't have to, the buyer's not going to have to do a lot of work to our house like they are these.
Exactly, so that'll make it sell quicker.
All right. 305.
305. So what I've done, I've already went ahead and put together the contract. And so I've got everything together here, and you can see that it's got your names here, it's got my brokerage here, you got the terms of the agreement all the way through. And you can also see down here, it's got that long 13-digit number, that's that tax ID number, I've looked that up, so it is correct.
Okay.
And we'll just go through this, okay? Any questions about each one of these?
So we actually still have the 2 other people to interview
Yeah, and
before
I've
we
got to
sign
review this.
anything.
Nobody else has brought this to us. So do you mind if we should sleep on it and then call you back tomorrow, you think?
So let me ask you a question. Other than the fact that you've got other people to interview and that you'd like to sleep on it, is there any other reason why you wouldn't list with me tonight?
Well, we honored their meeting just like we honored yours.
Well, I like him though.
Yeah. I just want to go over all the options first, and I'm confident you can sell the house. I just want to hear what they have to say.
Right. Steve and I can appreciate that. And usually at this point in my presentation, when a seller says that they like me and that they want this with me,
She said she liked you.
when half of the sellers will say that they like me and that they would list with me, because you did say that you'd like to list with me, then at that point, what ends up happening is that you're looking to be polite and have those other agents out. Is that correct?
Yeah, we just obviously working for GE. I need all the information, and then I evaluate.
Right. And so, when while you're looking to be polite with those other agents, there may actually be a buyer out there that needs to buy your house tomorrow. And we definitely want them to know about your house, right?
Right.
Yeah. And so let's just do the right thing and go ahead and sign the contract so that we can get started on getting you moved to Charleston tomorrow.
I don't want to have to call those other agents.
I know, I agree. That would be kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind doing this. I've actually done it for many of my sellers before. I'll actually call those other agents for you, and here's what I say. They liked you, and they yet I convinced you to list with me.
You would do that?
I would.
Oh my gosh, that takes a huge weight off my shoulders.
And I'll even tell them that I'll pay them half of the commission if they bring it by.
Wow. Very generous of you.
How's that work?
So we've come up with a commission. We've got 6% that we're going to list the house for.
Okay.
And so when we list the house, we're going to pay them half of that commission if they bring a buyer.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's really nice.
Everybody does that?
Not everybody. Big numbers do.
Okay.
This is what I like.
So here's-
Yeah, I'm fine with doing that. I just don't want you making the calls here. Can you do that?
Yeah, we gotta get kids to bed and
I'll
stuff.
tell you. So why don't we do this? Let me take my sheet here. Who are the other agents that you're going to interview?
There was John Matthews and
Kelly, Kathy,
sort of a K. Steven something. I don't know. Started with
Stephen
a-
Delat?
No.
Stevenson, Kathy Stevenson, maybe? Did I say
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So what I'll do is I actually have Kathy's number in my phone.
Okay.
So when I leave here tonight, what I'll do is I'll just stop down the road and I'll go ahead and call her and let her know.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's do the right thing and let's go ahead and get the contract signed so we can get you moved to Charleston and get it started tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. John, thank you. There's no taking the jacket off at this point, right? All right. So here's what I'd like to say. You know, it's